like to welcome each and every individual to the bonus session for the Chicago chapter. And these bonus sessions are very, very different than the other because we have no idea what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, or how it's going to happen. And so you're in for a treat, just like we are, because we don't know what's going to happen. Kevin, you know, we've got 4 different topics here.
Okay.
Activating your systems,
Right.
Starting up your marketing,
Right.
how to expand your network, how to apply what we have just learned. And then Lonnie said that her biggest challenge was commitment and consistency.
Okay.
So we had a little chance to talk.
Yeah.
And she said that she would like to go ahead and have some help in that. I asked her when, she said now.
Good.
I asked her, you know, how much she trusts me. She said a 0.
Okay.
So that was cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like a 0 out of what, 10?
0 out of 10.
Right. So 0 meaning absolutely no trust whatsoever.
I
and
guess.
She's probably going to run immediately.
Well, no, she won't. No, because
Why?
I'm a very interesting kind of guy.
Interesting how? See you later.
So many ways.
Yeah.
I mean, so many ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like how?
Like, I have 4 daughters.
Oh, that's very interesting.
It is.
That's right. So how many sons do you have?
3.
So that's 7.
Right. So she asked me how much I trusted her, and I said a 10, and she said she didn't believe me.
Why? What do you think? Why did you not believe
Her
me?
trust is 0.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean,
She doesn't.
I told him
I'm
I
curious. Why?
I don't know him like that.
okay, so you don't know him at a, okay. So is there
At any
anybody,
level.
is there anybody in your life that you trust at a 10?
Yes.
Okay, so what does it take to get to a 10 for you to trust him? What does it take to get there?
Good behavior in a couple of years.
Good behavior in a couple of years. Good. Hope we got enough tapes, because I think it's only 60-minute tapes, hour at a time. We need a couple more cases of those. Or maybe we could take
I was
a
just-
couple of years
Right.
and move it into a moment. Is that
Right.
possible?
I don't know, I think so.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Okay, so
So this is cool though, because you're at a 0 with him, he's at a 10 with you. This is awesome, man. This is like, I expect some energy to happen.
she doesn't look like she's gonna run anytime soon.
I don't think she is.
I don't think so.
I think she's having too much fun.
She's having fun, she's intriguing, I mean, she's
I'm
like,
a
she
smoker,
is.
I'll just walk away.
I mean, she won't, because it's intoxicating, because actually, I'm not in my comedy routine. I should be, because if I was in my comedy routine, it would work better, but,
Wait a sec, what do you mean?
well, you know.
What do you mean your comedy routine? You're a business guy. You're an international speaker,
I
you
know.
write books, you travel, you have all these, your kids go to Africa and they're 11 or they're 12 and they're on
I
Russian
mean, how
TV.
old are you?
27.
27, okay. So Lonnie's a 27-year-old, you know, she's a young woman.
Right,
Okay?
right.
And so,
I think 27 is young, and
Yeah,
she's a, yeah,
yeah, young woman.
she's female,
Right,
so
right,
that
so yeah,
qualifies.
so she,
Oh, she's beautiful. No, I mean,
Right.
she's just, I'm trying to break down the qualifications for what he's talking about, so I'm like,
and
I'm on board.
so she, what she doesn't understand is she doesn't understand like my background, my history, my experience. She doesn't understand
Okay.
like what I understand about women.
Okay, so what do you understand about women?
A lot.
A lot, because you have 4 daughters.
4 daughters and a
Right.
wife of 30 years, and
So a
so
wife of 30 years.
right, and so like that's where the comedy routine comes in because I actually understand women more than they understand themselves.
You might be the first
Yeah,
man
no,
on planet Earth
right,
that could actually
right.
make that
And
happen.
women, when you say that about, they really don't like
I
that.
think they're upset.
But the thing is,
She
nice.
doesn't look upset, she's
No,
laughing.
because
but-
she's right, because she's at a 0, so I can't give any.
Oh, that's awesome! So you can get away with nothing right now.
I can say anything I want.
Right.
I mean, it's
Right,
like.
and it's only
Right.
0 out of positive, 0 to 10. You can't go negative on the
Right,
scale, so you're already at the bottom.
so right, it's like, you know,
Go
I've
for
got,
nuts.
I've got nothing
Go
to
nuts,
lose.
man, go nuts, do your
Absolutely,
thing.
and so.
Okay, so do your thing.
Well, I mean, so, see, the thing is, Lonnie, you don't understand yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you get that?
I mean, I get that it's an opinion.
Well, do you
I-
really,
I-
do you really
I-
think you understand yourself?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, have you ever said to any male in your life, it could be a brother, it could be a dad, it could be a boyfriend, have you ever said to any male, like you ever approach them with any type of like a problem you've had?
Rarely, but yeah.
Okay, so you've done that though at least once in your life? Okay. What do you want them to do?
I don't know, I guess it would depend on the situation.
Right. See, what I have found is, with my girls, or my wife, like they'll approach me with a situation,
Rarely.
you know, a problem in their life. And how do I respond?
If I do that, I want the problem solved, I don't want to say
Well,
anything, I want the problem solved.
Yeah, sometimes that's true, but sometimes it's not.
So your wife approaches you with a problem,
Right,
okay,
right.
and she'll say something like what?
It could be, you know, hey, you know, I'm having issues with Tim.
Okay, so one of your boys.
Yeah, one of my boys.
And then she comes, and then what are you thinking?
Well, immediately I know what to do.
Which is,
It's like, sweetheart, you need to give me a little insight here.
okay, insight like how? What kind of insight are you looking for?
Well, see, she doesn't understand what she wants me to do about that situation. I mean, what do most men think that women want when they approach them with a problem?
To solve it.
Right, but that's not the case. That is not the case.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's not.
That's probably why
Just
you
need
understand
a
women
person
don't.
to listen to them.
Okay.
Well, see, sometimes, see,
Okay.
there's 5 different options, and they don't know. They're clueless. That's what makes it so difficult and challenging and exciting to be a man, a husband, or a father, because you're confused, because they're confused. And so I just say, so the first thing you do as a man, you just humble yourself and say, I don't understand. By me not understanding, I actually do understand.
Okay.
And so then I say, so would you like, help me out here, like, would you like me to fix it? Or would you like me to go ahead and say, sweetheart, you know what, you got this one. You got this one, you don't need me to
Right.
fix it.
Right.
So sometimes they want you to fix
Right.
it, but sometimes they don't want you to fix it.
No.
They want you to tell them that they can fix it.
Even though they can fix it.
Yeah, so but those are 2 totally different strategies.
Two totally different.
That's totally different.
Yeah.
The third thing they might want to say is they might want you to say, you know, sweetheart, this is a pretty tough one. I think what we ought to do is come together and work together
Okay.
on it, and we'll fix it together.
Right. So you fix it, she takes care of it, or you do it together.
Right.
So those are the first 3.
Verse 3.
Okay.
Okay.
What's 4?
And the fourth one is just listen. So you just listen and you just go, and then they want you to like talk to them.
What do you mean? Because listening involves like being quiet while they talk?
Right, and
Okay.
you might ask some questions.
Like
You
what? What would you ask?
See,
You'd ask what-
the trust is going up.
Right.
The trust is going up. She's like, this guy's a genius. I mean, he told
And I'm
me.
not too sure about this.
Right, I'm the goofball. You see what I mean? And that's okay. I'm okay because I am a goofball. Okay, so she might be at a 1.01.
What are you at in trust-wise now?
I'll give it a, 0.25.
0.25.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Doesn't matter.
Right.
So you guys are trying to bring up her trust level, or you are trying to
Not
solve
really.
her problem?
Not really. See, I don't really care how much she trusts me, because truth is truth. No, I really don't. No, I really don't. It doesn't matter.
But
to me.
that's a way.
It
What
doesn't,
you talk is away from her concern.
because my trust level is not dependent on Lonnie, on what her belief is, her feeling is. I mean, like my girls, I've had so many times where they're like, Dad, not only do I not like you right now, I really hate you. And I'm like, it's okay, I don't care. You can hate me all you want. See, I'm not in it for the short term, I'm in it for the long term. And so with a woman, like the key to get to her heart is to tell her something that nobody else will ever tell her.
Like what?
Oh, it could be anything. I mean, I got so many stories.
One story that you can do.
Okay,
Just one.
So my wife, a few years back, 4 teenagers out of the 7, and she's really frustrated with the teenagers. I mean, they're not respecting her. They're not treating her the way that they should.
A teenager is not respecting their parent.
Their mom.
Their mom.
Right.
Why? Teenagers always respect their parents.
Right. And so she goes ahead, and so she's upset with the teenagers.
Okay. Why? Because they're not trusting her.
Well, because they're not honoring her. She
Right.
gives so much to them, and they give nothing back.
By carrying her in her womb for 9 months,
Well, no, I mean, just driving her all over the place, you know, doing this and doing this. I mean, she's just,
Being an ATM machine.
I mean, everything.
Right.
It's the whole thing. And so when your wife says that to you, what does a normal husband say?
He wants to fix it. No?
He might,
Yeah.
but you couldn't guess probably what I would say,
What would you say?
what I did say.
Which was what?
I said, sweetheart, do you know why you serve them so much? Do you know why you go ahead and help them out so much?
Why? What'd she say?
It's like, because I love them.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, I mean, that is true, sweetheart, but actually the deep truth is you do it because you want to feel like a good mom.
And you said that to her?
Mm-hmm.
Did she hit you?
Yes.
You're serious? See, that's what happens when you try and cross your wife.
Right.
That's bad.
Right, guys, like, there's no way you can do that. You can't do that. It's like in some guy rule book. It's in a guy rule book. You can't do that. But I did. I'm like, yes. I'm like,
She hit you.
right, she was mad.
More than once.
Oh, she was really mad.
Right?
Oh, she was livid with me. She was very angry.
Right. Did you sleep on the couch?
No,
Just curious.
no, she's very angry. She's very upset.
Because you told her.
The truth.
Wow. Did she eventually accept it as true?
Oh yeah, she does. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's 3 days, sometimes it's longer.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, truth is truth. See, this is the thing that Lonnie doesn't understand about herself, and that really women don't, and actually guys don't either. They don't. Truth is truth. It doesn't matter what somebody's belief system is. It's
Right.
Truth is truth. It will always be truth.
Right.
And so, you know what? And so, yeah, she got very angry with me. And then she lashed out and she verbally said, well, if that's the case, then the only reason you work, like all that you work and you do everything, is so you can feel great as a dad. And what's my response?
Yeah.
Yeah, honey. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, a lot of that's truth. So what's her response to my response?
I don't know.
She's more angry.
Did she hit
Of
you again?
course.
Did she hit you again?
I don't remember. I mean, at that time, I don't. So she's more angry. She's more angry. Why? Because I accept truth, and she has a hard time accepting truth. And I don't know. It seems like it's, you know, I'm a comedian now. I'm not a business guy. But it seems to me that's with women. Like they hate you when you tell them the truth, but they love you.
That goes both ways.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. And so like what do people want more than anything else in life? It's one of the natural laws from birth to death. A toddler in the room, 1,000 other toys, you know, 1,000 other toys, one other toddler. What does the toddler want?
The toy the other toddler wants?
Absolutely. It's a human nature. People want what they can't have. So Lonnie is gonna it's gonna bug her. I mean, it's gonna mess with her heart. She's gonna be like, I mean, she's gonna be thinking about this like throughout the day, and next day she's gonna be like, is it really possible that he could be at a 10? I mean, it's gonna, and so she wants to go ahead and improve her commitment and her consistency. Okay? And so when I asked her when, it took her a little while, but she said right now. I can do that right now. I mean, right now. And so she's going to, I have permission to go deep.
Yeah.
Okay? So she's been hurt very, very deeply.
With trust?
Multiple situations.
Clearly.
Right. And I know that because I asked, what would you like to trust me at? And if somebody doesn't answer 10, there's 2 reasons. One is they're an analytic. Nobody ever gets 10s.
Right. It's
You
like
know,
the 9.9 in the Olympics.
you can't get a 10, so if they're an analytic, they'll never say 10 because 10 is perfect in their mind because they think they're smart, but they're not that smart because they don't understand the next dimension.
Okay,
So they don't get it.
so that's first.
Okay? And so, but she said she'd like to be at a 6. Nobody answers a 6, not unless they have been hurt at a very, very deep level.
So how do you go from a 0 to a 6?
Well,
She said 0.
she wants to be at a 10. It's
Why?
programmed in her very DNA.
But she said 6.
Yeah, but we've already established she doesn't know herself as well as she thinks she does.
So how does she get to a 10 when she says a 6?
Well, first thing she got to recognize that built within her very DNA as a woman, okay, very DNA as a human being, but especially a woman, she wants to trust people at 10s. It cries out, it's programmed into her. You look at a toddler, they trust.
Right.
You know what? I mean, I've got a 3-year-old girl that will jump off the porch into my arms, risking her whole life, trusting me. And then she, turns 17? And she doesn't want me to have input into her boyfriend? What's up with that? I mean, it's just not thinking. Fine, you want to date some other guy, you can date some other guy. I'm telling you, this is going down bad. It's just going to hurt you. You're going to open up your heart, and then you're going to get hurt. And if you want to get hurt, you can. You can choose to get hurt because you don't trust me. She wants to trust me. My daughters want me to capture their hearts. It's programmed into their very DNA. It's programmed into the very DNA of a girl. I mean, women are born seductive. Totally. I mean, they don't have to watch any TV. They don't have to go ahead and have anything. I mean, you have a little girl, and that little girl, she just goes right into the dad's heart. I mean, she cocks her head, and then she smiles, and the dad's like, he's a grown man, is helpless. Those little girls grow up into women. They still have all of that DNA. See, the advantage I have is I have 4 daughters, so I've kind of been inoculated to it. So it's like all their charms and like, you know, you want to really, I don't care if you love me or if you don't. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you trust me or truth is truth. And so Lonnie wants to go ahead and trust other people at a 10. It's a given. Everybody. I want to too.
So what's the disconnect? Hurt.
Well, it's hurt. It's like, and so if you don't trust somebody, like, if I trust Lonnie at a 10, then I have the capacity for her to trust me at a 10. If I trust her at a 6, then she can only trust me at a 6. People can't trust other people more than they can trust themselves, because the truth is, am I really trusting Lonnie at a 10? Yes, no. I mean, I'm trusting that God, overall, is going to bring the right people into my life, and then He's going to help have discernment. And so I'm trusting God, really. Am I trusting Lonnie? Well, kind of, but really God. And then I'm trusting myself, you know. And she's got to trust herself too. If she doesn't trust herself with me, then she will not have trust. She will not feel the trust. If she trusts at a 10 with me, her mind, her heart, everything will be transformed. And I can do that because I have 4 daughters. Because I'm not afraid of young women. I'm just, you know what? They're beautiful. They're creating God's image, and they have all this energy and all this craziness. They're insane. I mean, they are. They are totally insane. It's like one minute they're loving you, the next minute. I mean, you know, my wife, she's, you know, visiting, you know, my oldest daughter who just had a baby and
Yeah.
our second grandson.
Right,
And so she's like, girls, take care of dad,
right,
you know, and your two brothers that are home,
right.
you know?
How's that working?
It's working great for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, not so good for them.
why?
Because they don't understand. It's like they're clueless girls that have never grown into women. It's like, really, girls? Really, you think so? So they make a meal and they think it's like they're right. They think
It's the biggest thing in the world.
the biggest thing. It's like, are you kidding? I mean, I spent 23 years, day in, day out. You do this. So they don't understand the value of serving me. They get as much value out of serving me as I do receiving the value. Now their brothers may not be as thankful and grateful as they should. And that's my job as a dad, to
Right.
teach them, to say,
Right.
you know, when a woman,
Right.
you know,
Serves
gives
you.
of herself
Yeah.
to you,
Finds it, plans it.
you
buys
better
it,
be
cooks
appreciative,
it, serves
you know,
it,
right. But
and usually cleans it up.
Right.
What's wrong with
right.
men?
So it's like they
Guys, clean up.
So-
Would you please hang on? Clean up. Just clean the dishes, okay? At least.